And they're about to go. So we're set for a start. The Group 3 sires racing didn't hold them long at all. They jumped in a near perfect line. Pike wasted no time with the filly Snitzalate. Just to Fly got out of the gates quickly. Perfectly Proper is right there as well. Loves Talking fires up right behind those, and Delta Sun finds itself in no man's land. A length and a half, God's Rapture. It'll follow Delta Sun as they settle at the 1,000 from Bonamici statewide. Last of all is Philomia. Snitzalate grabbed hold of by Pike, took them to the 900 mark, slowing them down, wants to run though. Snitzalate, 3/4 clear, running second, Just to Fly, but Delta Sun sitting out there 3 deep. Over on the inside, Perfectly Proper pushing through. Loves Talking splits that pair. A length away to God's Rapture. Down on the inside, statewide, Bonamici, and the tail ender, Philomia, spotting the leaders 6 lengths as they come to the 500 towards the home turn. Snitzalate well in control of proceedings and about to be fired up by Pike at the top of the straight. Just to Fly, those stalks. Just to Fly comes at Snitzalate. They put up 2 lengths, Perfectly Proper. Delta Sun looked to be a shot duck at the 250. Just to Fly on the outside of Snitzalate. Snitzalate comes back. Just to Fly's got its head in front. Just to Fly. Snitzalate. Philomea's got through the traffic, but Just to Fly edges clear. Just to Fly. Just to Fly in an epic sires. One from Philomea statewide. Came from the clouds late. Snitzalate got weary in the final stages. Behind them, Perfectly Proper. Then God's Rapture, Bonamici, Delta Sun, deep all the way, weakened right out of play. And back last is Loves Talking. A great size produce. Stirring battle. Snitzalate and Just to Fly. They were at it, tooth and nail from the corner. And then Snitzalate started to buckle. Just to Fly started to gain the upper hand. And then Philomea from last, working through the field, statewide back as well, charging home. But Just to Fly has produced a gutsy, a courageous performance to win the sires produce. A colt by Justify. He'll be acquainted with the great Amelia's Jewel in the near future. Trained by Luke Fernie, ridden by Brad Parnham in 1:23.72. Holds on to win the sires by half a length over Philomea, who got balked for a run behind Snitzalate and Just to Fly before she got into the clear and surged to the line. It was a run. And statewide, right down the outskirts, ahead away third. A half a length ahead, home in 36.26. Just to Fly for Kim Doak, Maria Manfredini, Luke Fernie, G. James' M. Flay, a colt by Justify from Ephemera, and today opening up his account, his first win in 4 starts after placings that included his runners-up efforts in the Perth Stakes and the Caracana. Lovely colt, stylish colt, and typical of the Justifiers. Wins for the Luke Fernie yard. Brad Parnham boots home a double. Second, Philomea, filly by Safeguard from Mia Dolce. Raced by Gian Cincosi, trained by Jace Buckley and ridden by Holly Watson. And third, statewide by Tassett from Moore. Steve Parnham, the rider for Neville Parnham. And just behind those was Snitzalate. But a fabulous edition of the sires produce. He's a lovely colt, this. He's a colt that just oozes class. He's got style, he's got presence, and he's now got a Group 3 sires produce on his CV. The last event, the Bellis Racing Joiner Syndicate Handicap at 4:45 today. As we take you downstairs, Luke Fernie is there, a proud Luke Fernie after winning a sires produce here with this quality looking colt. He's with Lockie.
Thanks, Darren. He's gone so close to winning a few feature events throughout this autumn carnival. I'm sure it's been a frustrating run, but Luke, the horse you've always held in such high regard, has been Just to Fly, and he's done it on a big stage here today.
Yeah, quality animal, he always has been. He's probably just taken a little bit longer to work it out than what I thought he might have, and his work on Tuesday was the best he's ever worked, and I said to Greg and Kim that, yeah, he's going to be pretty tough to beat today. And the other one got him chasing, and he done a good job to peg it back, and yeah, he's a nice horse, mate. I'm really happy with him.
Tactically, there was plenty playing out in the early stages of the race, like we all thought would occur on paper. How did you and Brad assess the race pre-race, and were you always confident once he settled outside the lead?
The plan was to be positive. I feel like he's a better horse when he finds the rail, and it's probably doesn't really matter now that we've won the race. But yeah, I thought if we could get to the fence, it'd be a good result for him. But yeah, he was tough and courageous today.
You paid big money for this colt, and he is still a colt. What's he like behind the scenes? We just saw clips of him in the mounting yard. He looks like an absolute pleasure to deal with.
Yeah, he's really nice. He gets a bit excited like you do on a Saturday night, but yeah, he's good to deal with. Brian does a fantastic job. I've got great staff and support around. When you have a high-priced colt and expensive horses, you need the right people around you to make sure that everything flows smoothly, and I'm very fortunate that we've got a team to do that.
And from an owner's side of things, Kim and Maria, your biggest supporters, a big winner, a big 2-year-old winner. I'm sure that gives you a great sense of satisfaction as well.
Yeah, there's 3 ownership groups in this horse, myself, Kim and the Flays, and all 3 of them are my biggest customers and my best support. So good to win a race for great people, and hopefully we've got plenty more to come.
Really well-deserved result, well done.
Thanks, mate.
There's Luke Fernie, and here's Brad Parnham.
Here is Brad Parnham. He's the king of the 2-year-olds this year. Jim Crack tick, Karrakatta tick, Size Produce tick. Brad, talk us through the run today, Just Too Fly.
Yeah, look, Luke said to me before the race, the main thing was to sort of keep him calm and relaxed pre-race, and the plan was actually to probably try and bounce and lead, but you know, I saw Pikey, his horse bounced clean, and it looked like he was keen to take it up, so I wasn't too disappointed to be sitting outside of it, because I knew that way I could control when I put the pressure on him, and yeah, sort of worked out pretty well. I put the pressure on him just coming into the straight and felt like I had the better of him, so it was just a matter of holding everyone else off, and yeah, to my horse's credit, he fought that out really well.
How was he behaviour-wise as a colt?
Look, he was good for me today. I don't know, maybe in the past, being a colt, sometimes they have days where they're a little bit fizzy, but he actually was pretty settled today. Look, you know, as he gets older, I'm sure he'll get better, but he wasn't too bad for me today, so I was pretty happy with his manners.
And as I preface, you've had a bit of luck in the 2-year-olds this year. Torquenco, Jim Crack, Karrakatta double, and now a Size Produce. It's been good for the juveniles for you.
Yeah, it's been great. You know, it's quite strange you win the Karrakatta and Size on different horses. But yeah, look, I'm pretty thrilled with that. This has been a good race to me. I managed to win it last year on Bustling, so yeah, look, it's great to just get on good horses, and yeah, it's a good thrill.
Well done.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. I'm now catching up with one of the part owners in Maria Manfredini. Maria, congratulations on the win. You're like a beauty pageant winner, looking outstanding as always, but what a great thrill that is.
Oh yeah, it's really, really thrilling. We're so excited. We always knew that he had the potential, and coming second in the Karrakatta we always knew it was a little bit too short for him, and this was just perfect distance, perfect race, and Brad did an amazing job. Yeah.
Yourself and your husband Kim have been one of Luke's biggest supporters, and he is only a young man. I'm sure that gives you a great sense of satisfaction, not only to be able to support Luke, but the rest of his team who have been working for him for a long time.
Yeah, so you mean young man as in the horse, or with Luke?
Both.
Both being young. Yeah, look, it's fantastic being with Luke and the team. They do an amazing job. We have all our faith with Luke and the boys, and also the girls that work with him as well. You know, it's fantastic.
You haven't actually been in racing all that long now, but how good is horse ownership?
Oh, it's fantastic. This is our 5th year now, so I don't know, as young as that is, but it's just as exciting as having a horse ownership as what it is just, you know, coming to the races. It just brings it to another level. And when you're winning races like this, it's even better.
That's what racing's all about. Well done.
Thanks, Lockie.
Program at Ascot as we now for the running of race 5. It's the Kennards Hire Port Hedland handicap over 1,200 metres. Matty, what do you make of this one?
It's a nice one here. I've been looking forward to race 5 all day. We've got Colin Haddon on Jack and James. It's the class 250 plus here, and there are some nice horses going around, but I think Jack and James really profiles well.
Okay, Matty, horses are heading out on track very shortly, but we'll start our runner-by-runner preview at Port Hedland with the one, Jackham James, to Colin Haddon, and Colin Haddon.
He was another first up here for the Haddon Yard and looks hard to toss in my opinion. 6 starts last campaign for 5 wins.